Hello, yes, I would like to say that you can study to the videos at here, okay? For the English course, you see that there are Biostatistics 21 to 05 2001, and there is Dentist Manager EP for revision here. So the English, you will find correlation, for example, some English videos here. There are English videos and Turkish videos here. And yes, these are also some other videos. Today we are going to talk about what you will expect on your final exam. Okay, so as I said, during our course, I have recorded some videos and I expect you to watch these videos. Let me restrict this with this one from this video, versus 2201 2020, for example. You can watch this one. It's a good revision video. You can watch correlation, sorry, I don't want to open it. And you see the revisions here. Okay, so you can watch the English videos here for studying our exam. Yes, and on our group, let me go to our group, a classroom on Google Classroom. This is Turkish students. Just a moment. Yes, it will open. Okay, so here, in this classroom, I have uploaded some lecture notes. So for the exam, please do study to this lecture notes. So here there are some lecture notes. Today I'm going to have a quick revision of this lecture notes. And also note all of this. You see that the videos are in the flow out here. Okay, so there are some videos. And there are some, as you can see, some other PowerPoint. So please watch it from here. By the way, I didn't, I think, copy the invitation link. So maybe that's why that your friends are not here. Just a moment. I am going to stop sharing and I'm going to copy the invitation link at Zoom. Recording. So I will stop recording and okay. Yes, that's here. Okay, maybe that your friends also joined us. Okay, good. Yes, I'm going to start sharing again. I know that I stopped sharing the screen. In a moment, I share the screen. Yes, I'm sharing the screen. Okay, so let's start from here. Yes, you have to know which test we have to use when we have to use, for example, parametric tests or non-parametric tests. Okay, parametric tests are used when we have normal distributions, and when we don't have normal distributions, we use non-parametric tests. And for that, we look to how many groups that we have. Okay, the number of groups is important. For example, if I have 2 groups, or if I have 3 groups, or 1 group, then my test is different. So what is a test? What I am talking about, what is test? Test is what we say to this analyzes. Okay, here these are tests. For example, one sample t-test. Okay, what they do, what does this test do? Okay, it finds whether there is a significant difference between the mean, okay, and a number. Here it finds whether there is a significant difference between 2 independent samples. So what is an independent? What does independent mean? Independent means that it has no relation. Okay, so for example, female, male, in two independent groups, okay? Or maybe names of the cities: Nicosia, Kyrenia, Famagusta, Omorpho. Okay, so these are names of the cities. So they are independent. So what is independent? What are dependent samples? For example, if we talk about measurements, okay, blood measurement on October and February, okay, the measures are dependent. Why they are dependent? Because they are same measurement, okay? So for example, the same course, biostatistics course, midterm and final exam, they are dependent, okay? So same course, dependent. Okay, so we have to know which test should be used when. So there are some basic rules that always we have to have at least 30 variables if we can. Now here I have 20. It's not enough for a parametric test. Parametric tests are good tests. They are powerful tests and they are more reliable tests. For a more reliable test, I should have at least 30 variables here, okay? And if I have two groups, for example, here I have two groups, 1 and 2, then I have to have 30 and 30, 60, okay? At least 60 participants in my study. So parametric tests have more rules, work with more participants, and work when there is a symmetric distribution or normal distribution. Okay, so we always, sorry, where was our, here. Okay, so we always look to number of groups, okay? Are we comparing two groups or three groups or four groups, okay? Test differs. For example, we can have ANOVA if I have four groups, okay? It's when I have three or more, I have ANOVA if it's parametric. I have Kruskal-Wallis if it is not parametric. Okay, are they dependent or independent? Of course, this is important. I use paired sample t-test, okay, or I use independent sample t-test for two variables, okay? So if they are dependent, I use different tests. So these are the things that are important for a statistician. Okay, whether how many groups, whether they are dependent, independent, and does they satisfy the parametric rules. Okay, so here this is Mozilla Firefox. Here I have given an example of how you can download some software and use. So that's why it's writing Mozilla Firefox. Okay, so IP-info, we studied IP-info here, and I see that there are some students who submit, some students who didn't submit. Okay, it works better with laptop, and you may have problems with computer. Okay, it's not in all facilities there. It's a free program. Okay, it's a free program. It's mainly used for health person. So that's enough for us. You have to know that you can create forms. It's a free program, and you can enter data. You can do statistics. That's enough for us. Now here, IP-info mobile, we have studied that, and you see the number of students who have submitted the homework. And we have also seen Dentist Manager. This is also a free program that you can use on your mobile phones freely. Okay. That's enough. This much information for us is enough. It's a statistical program. What it does, it helps you to enter patients' information, okay, and to give appointments, to arrange appointments, and to save patients' folders, files in the system. Yes, correlation. We talk about correlation a lot and ask on in the midterm exam also. Now all these dots, all these dots, orange dots, are represents all these represent patients. Okay, so we can say that we have this many patients here. And you see, these are also patients, like little ants. Yes, here. What we like is that the closer that these dots are, okay, then we say the stronger relationship that we have. Okay. These dots are closer, then we say, okay, there is a linear relationship, and here we say that it's curve, so we say it's curve linear relationship, and here it's also linear relationship. Okay, so it's strong when it's close, and it's weak when it's far away from each other. Okay, and if there is no logic, if we cannot make them on a line, okay, so the best line is horizontal, then we say that, okay, there's no relationship here. Yes, this is just an example. You don't have to memorize what's all this here. What you have to know is that between 0.8 and 1 there is very strong relationship, or in fact 0.9 if it is above 0.9, and 1 if I have 0.95, then of course it's very strong relationship. And if it is below 0.8, it's weak, so it's strong relationship, but it's not very strong relationship. Okay, so you can distribute it like that. There are no strict rules for that. However, we use the same expressions mainly. Now here it is, okay, it is a negative number, but the closer that it is -1, the stronger it is. Okay, so here we can have very strong or perfect. Sometimes we express it as perfect. Yes. Let's see what else we have here. This was correlation, and in the last course we talked about this SPSS again. So we talked about this data view, variable view, and we opened randomly other documents, and we talked that it is saved. The extension here is SAV. Okay, this is the extension. So let us open some more SPSS documents and study on them here. Just a moment, I open this D, and from D I am going to open some SAV documents. So what are SAV? SAV are statistical documents. SPSS, IBM SPSS 25 I'm using. There are 26 and other versions, of course. And if I write star.sav, I mean that I am searching. Star means all. I am searching all the documents of SAV. Okay, SAV is statistical document, IBM SPSS document. This is the extension. So extensions, what is an extension? Extension is like our surname. Okay, so we have surnames describing that we are from which family, and documents have extensions. Okay, so here let's look what let's choose, and yes, I have here is last SAV. Okay, I am opening a random SAV document here. Okay, so we see that, okay, here these are values. Okay, so we are grouping from here. We can group it. Okay, this is male, female, and let's look to this group. We have manual, semi-man, semi-set, sedentary, housewife, unemployed, retired students, missing. Okay, so we have such expressions here, and we have here absent, present, missing, and we have these measurements. Okay, and here I have normal brace, missing expression here, and here not retired due to arthritis, and that. Okay, so here these are variable names, There cannot be any space between the variable names, and these are all defined as numeric, okay? And here you see that decimal is 0 and 1. 1 is bit because we are going to group them here. Okay, so here what does this mean here? This is scale, okay? These are numbers. However, these are groups, okay? And this is a group in nominal, this is a group in ordinal. So this means that the order is important here, okay? The order is important here. This is ordinal. The order is important here. The order is important here, and this is nominal. And here, look what is happening now. This little button writes what does this group here stands, okay? So 0 stands for absent, as you can see. 1 stands for present, okay? So these are the groups here. So this type of table is SPSS, okay? The extension is SAV, and we can have an output here. We can have an output. We can have frequencies of all, okay? And we can have charts, of course. Now here, this is SPV, okay? So this belongs to a different family. You can think it. All of us have a surname, and this has a different surname, okay? So I'm going to save it as SPV. Yes. That's all that I want to say. Your exam will be from these topics. So some definitions about SPSS, some basic definitions from your group, okay? So which tests we can use when, and please look to all the other documents that I shared from here, okay? You will find some other videos. You will find some other videos and some pictures here also, and this is also important. So it's not all in course notes, okay? It's in your classroom, okay? But some documents are in the middle, in the flow out, okay? So be careful about that. Now this is a flow out of my page, okay? Here you see, and here it is in this flow out. So the parametric test and non-parametric test, there's a picture here. So of course you have to study this picture, okay? So here independent t-test is for parametric, and if it's not parametric, if you cannot have a parametric test, then you can have Mann-Whitney test. And for pair sample t-test, you can have Wilson on test, and for chi-square test, you can have one-way ANOVA test. For chi-square test, we can have one-way ANOVA test here. For 2 or more, we can have Cushing-Wallace test. Yes, for 3 or more, okay, if it is non-parametric, then we can have Cushing-Wallace. And if it is parametric, then we have to have ANOVA. Yes, good luck in your exam. Bye.